talking. If anyone has background noise or may have background noise like me, just mute your lines and I'll open this up at the end. If you guys want to ask questions, I would love that because I don't have a ton of things to talk about today. I basically just wanted to go over some questions that you guys had asked yesterday. And if everyone just wants to go ahead and mute their lines, that would be good. Someone has static or something in the background that I can hear. So if you're just hopping on, just mute your line for me and we'll go ahead and get started. And someone had asked yesterday for me to talk more about messaging people. And I think this is a good question, and we have a lot of, examples in our files section that actually go over exactly how I talk to people sometimes. So that's one tool that you can use. If you've never looked at the coaches pages, the file section are full of all different learning tools for you to use. But, when you find someone on Facebook, whether it's, so you have your warm market to start with, your people that you already know, your family, your friends, and those are the people that you might kind of want to start with. Personally, when I started out, I actually wasn't even comfortable with starting with my warm market. I actually just went ahead and started with people I didn't know. So I went right into other groups and finding people that I didn't know, because I was actually, it's so weird because most people aren't like this, but I was more comfortable talking to people that I didn't know versus people I did know. You guys know I was overweight when I started, and I just kind of felt like people that I already knew wouldn't believe me and wouldn't, believe that I was going to continue this journey and, do what I have done with it. So that's where I started. Find one thing that you have in common with someone. And that's a great place to start and to start talking. Maybe you both have a new baby. Maybe someone posted about a new pair of shoes that you really like. Maybe someone drives a car that you really like. And it sounds hard, but it's really simple things that you might see them post about that you can connect with, that you can relate to, something that you like. Start a conversation like that. Maybe if it's an old friend or a friend of a friend, maybe you've seen them once and you just want to, connect and say, hey, how have you been? And catch up. Maybe it's someone from high school or someone your mom knew when you were a kid or whatever. Just find a way to connect with someone, and finding something in common is a great conversation starter. And you just want to find a new friend. When you're working this business, sometimes you just want to dive in and you want to tell them about, this weight loss that you're having and your challenge group and all of those things. And to me personally, I feel like you should be showing that throughout the day with your posting anyways. So when you're talking to people individually, those things shouldn't be the first things that come out. The first things that come out should be more, how are you doing? And somewhere that you can connect to build a trust and build a friendship and start a friendship. Because somewhere down the line, this person may be a new coach. It might be someone that you help lose 50 pounds or whatever, but you want to have that connection to build a friendship and base it off of that so that you can keep continuing to work together. And that person will want to work with you, whether they quit Shakeology or whatever happens later on down the road, they won't want to stop being your friend. That's kind of what I think about when I talk to people. So, just be genuine and connect and build the trust, and then you can invite someone. A lot of people are good at all of those things, talking and building connections and then they're just kind of like, okay, when do I throw this invite in there? But you have to do it. You can't just let it linger on. You know, when you're building a good connection with someone, feel comfortable enough to find out what you could help them with. Maybe they don't like their current job. Maybe they're a mom that wishes they could stay home more, or just work part-time, or, you know, whatever it may be. Maybe they're just someone that is really unhappy with the way that they look and they want to lose weight. Or maybe, you know, they go to the gym and, you know, they would rather do home workouts because they aren't getting to the gym that they're paying for as much as they want to. So find where you could invite them, whether it's to the coach opportunity or to a challenge group or whatever it may be, a free clean eating group that you're doing or a free water challenge that you're doing. Find where you feel comfortable in connecting with them, and then make sure that you invite them. Don't just let a conversation linger on, because to me, that can feel ungenuine too, because, you know, we're all, it's not, I mean, you're not wanting to make someone feel like you're talking to them just to invite them to something, but you, after you've built that trust, that shouldn't be the feeling that they get or you get anyways. So just remember that you're helping people, whether it is to bring them into the coach opportunity or to invite them to the challenge group, because we all know that our challenge groups work, these products work, and they change lives, and the coach opportunity works and it can change the life. So you have so many different things where you can find that something that can help them. So someone had asked, once you've started building a team of coaches, how to keep your coaches engaged and motivated, and how to keep your challengers in your challenge group motivated and engaged. To me, that is making sure that you yourself are keeping yourself motivated and engaged. When you are bringing that into your schedule every day, it's going to show. It's going to show to your coaches. It's going to show to your challengers, whatever. The best way for me, and for anyone that I know that is successful in this business, it's being on a schedule. Being on a schedule is so important, you know, scheduling your workouts. I feel like for the long term of weight loss, being on a schedule is super important. It was for me. I had to wake up and do my workouts every day at the same time. I had to make a schedule when I was going to work throughout the day. And obviously, when we do other things, when we work, when we have kids, when we have a family, you know, those schedules, you know, they're not always going to be the same. But if you have a schedule laid out for you that kind of works, whether it has to be changed somewhat during the day or whatever, you're going to get on a pattern at some point. And I know for those of you that are brand new moms, those patterns are so hard to make. But you know, the more that you try every day, the more you and your kids or your family are going to get into a rhythm and a groove, just like anything else. I mean, kids, when they're little, they need a schedule. We as adults need a schedule to follow to get anything done. And another question I'd ask, what had someone asked, was about getting all your coaches on the same page. Well, all of your coaches are never gonna, to me, they're never gonna be on the same page, because that's why we have that About Me form, that when your new coaches come into your business and you have them go through the training, it's so important for them to finish their training and then fill out their About Me form and send that to you as their upline coach, because everyone has different goals and wants different things out of this business. And whatever that person's goals are, you need to know so that you can individually help each person get to their goals. I think about when I first started this business, my goal wasn't to make a certain amount of income. I had no desire to make an income, and I had no desire to really grow my team at all. The only thing that I wanted was to lose weight and be excited about that. And that was the only goal that I had. So if someone had, honestly, my coach did talk to me about the coach opportunity a lot, and she tried to get me to do those things. So I will say that it's good, even when you have discount coaches, to try to encourage them to work the business too, because if she hadn't have encouraged me to work the business, I wouldn't be where I am today. Even though it was kind of annoying to me at sometimes, it still helped me, and it helped me to see what I could do with this business when I just wanted to be a discount coach. So, and the big part of that, of having discount coaches or having challengers in your challenge group, is really showing them how this works. Getting them involved in the challenge groups, having them post every day, having them post if they don't feel comfortable. Before I was even a discount coach, I was posting on my social media because it made me feel more accountable. And so when I came into Beachbody, it was super easy for me to use challenge groups to inspire me more, because in those challenge groups, you see other people, I think we can all agree, when you see other people posting, you wake up in the morning and, you see that, you're like, oh my gosh, if they can go work out, I can go work out. And you go to bed and you see someone's transformation picture, that's going to inspire you. So trying to get your coaches and your challengers all into those groups and doing what they should be doing, posting, holding themselves accountable, doing weigh-ins, however you want to do it. In my challenge group, it's bigger, and I do them with the team, so I don't go into detail quite as much as I used to when I used to run challenge groups. So maybe if you're a new coach, you might want to focus more on that when you run a challenge group. You may want to, some people do points or prizes or whatever, where they give points daily. Like if you post a transformation picture, if you post your weigh-in, if you post this and that, post a workout video, post your eating that's healthy today, things like that are really great ideas to get people involved. And once, say you have a challenger and you're thinking, wow, they are posting all day, they're doing all of these things in the challenge group that I'm telling them to do, and they really seem to love it, and they love Shakeology, and they're having these amazing weight loss results. Right there is someone that you can already think in your mind, this person would make a great coach. They're already doing everything that we do as coaches in a challenge group privately. So that's when, you can talk to them about getting a discount and becoming a coach, making money from this, and still, inspiring themselves on their weight loss journey. So, let's see. I already went over that. So making challenge groups really great is a great start to your business, in my opinion. Someone asked how to get someone to follow through after they say they will buy a challenge pack or whatever. I'll tell you guys, it is the 12th of the month, and just hit Success Club 10, which is really, really rare for me. I would usually be at like 20 by now. So I will say I think this month is kind of a slow month. I think that a lot of people are waiting on their tax returns, and they're wondering if you think about it, when you get that money back, when we used to get money back, I was planning ahead and I was thinking about what I was going to do with that money. And, even when someone gets $3,000 or whatever dollars back, if they're, just think about it. Everybody with kids gets a couple of $1,000s per kid. So don't forget that if you have friends on your list with kids. But, money is important, and just $100 is important. And, especially when you have a family, you're thinking about what you're going to do with that. This kid's supposed to be in school today, but he was crying too much when I dropped him off. I had to bring him home. But, you're thinking about your family, and you're thinking about what your needs are and what you want to do with that money, even if you have extra money. So, don't ever take that lightly. And just remember, to me, my biggest thing, whenever I have a lot of people, I have a lot of people right now that I probably, I'm constantly giving my link to people after I've talked to them. And people don't always just go. And I would say I could give my link to 25 people in a week, and 3 of those people actually go and order. So people don't always do this. Takes time, and it takes people seeing you post. To me, my biggest whatever that I can credit to my business is my posting 3 to 5 times every single day. When you get on a rhythm with your posting, and your posts are genuine and your posts are exciting and they're engaging, you're showing that you have a transformation inside and out. And, you're showing what you do, and you're making yourself fun and someone that other people can relate to and feel a trust with. That's where you're going to see people, actually follow through. So huge thing for me has always been posting. I feel like that has gotten me, so far in this business because it just shows that you're accountable to what you're doing every day. And so I think that's about it for today that I can think of that I wanted to tell you guys about. Does some people want to unmute their lines and we'll just turn this into a group conversation and talk, or I can ask or answer questions?
I have Valentine's Day cards.
I have a question. I have not seen any of the challenge groups.
You haven't seen any challenge groups?
No, like the one that you made, that's the only one, so I don't know how to go about making it.
So, the spring and the summer one is probably the one you're in, Gwen?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so, I have other challenge groups, but they aren't really active. So I have challenge groups for like 21-day fix. Like, I feel like every time, like, hold on right now. The 22-minute hardcore group, I have a challenge group right now for that, a team one. But I just tend to let challenge groups kind of fade after a while. Like the 21 or 22-minute hardcore one will eventually fade too, and I won't add people to it. And that's just kind of how it goes because people stop posting in them. But like the spring one, I mean, I don't do the points and things like that because it's so much once you have so many people in a group. But because one person is usually, doing that. But in the file section, there are examples of how to run challenge groups having something like that, like a point system. And I can help you find those. And a lot of people in here do them in their own groups too. So that's something we can do like a group conversation about in our group page too, to get some ideas if that's what you're looking for when you do it.
Hey, so I've been promoting my challenge group on my page, and right now, it's scheduled to start next Monday. And right now, I think I'll have about 3 people in it. Now, if I just have 3 people in a challenge group, should I just roll those people over to the bigger challenge group, or should I just start it small and let it grow?
I feel like everyone has different opinions on this, and it's kind of what works for them better because I have seen some people do small challenge group and that works. Who is someone I can think of? Lauren. I know she did like a challenge group where she just had a few people, so I think that she let some people that didn't even buy that or something in it too, just to have more people. But and she ran it by herself and she had a good outcome from that. But to me, I've always used team ones. Like even before I had my own team ones, I used team challenge groups from my upline because I just always was more excited with more people. So it just depends on what you like. The only thing that I will say is like when I used team challenge groups, I made sure that I was kind of a leader in those challenge groups. And, you know, so, and you guys in our team list, if any of you want to use those, that's totally fine. Want to, you know, jump in and do a point system, or if you want to do anything just to up the, you know, whatever thoughts you may have, or, you know, you guys are always do whatever you want in those groups. Just let me know about it and we can, you know, work together or whatever. I love big challenge groups because I love seeing people post all day long and getting, and you know, some clients like smaller ones too. So it's really kind of just what you like more. That you want to do.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, because I'm not sure yet. So I like the idea of the personal feel because a lot of people that are interested are, you know, people that I have a good rapport with and I've been friends with for a while. So I like that idea, but I also like the idea of having a lot of people active in it. So we'll see.
So I feel like, you know, when it's a smaller challenge group, you can get to know people better. Cassidy, do you have background noise at your house?
No.
Oh, okay. Someone has static. Okay, but it stopped now. I feel like sometimes when it's a smaller group, people will get more involved and feel more comfortable too. And that may work, you know, and with you being a newer coach, you may want that because you may want to build those connections stronger. And so, you know, that may be something that you do.
Okay.
And to be able to get to know people better. And maybe there's even like someone else that might have, you know, that may have been promoting lately that has a few people and you guys could do it together. That's another idea.
One sometime soon. Let me know. Facebook me, Whitley Cooper. Hey.
Okay, I have a question. I have this girl that I added to the Intro to Coaching group. She's been posting a lot about her financial struggles, but she's been telling me that she really wants to become a coach, and I really want to help her. But I don't know if she really has the funds to start with like a challenge pack right now. What suggestions do you have that I might could offer her so that she could get started? Like, she's a military spouse and everything, so.
Does she have kids?
Yeah, I think she has two boys.
So honestly, I think right now I would probably be like, hey, I'm getting my income tax back soon. Are you? No, I'm just joking.
Oh my.
So
that's not a bad idea.
A lot of times, you know, I'll just try to talk to people and I'll be like, you know, sometimes, okay, it's like, I remember Tiffany Weber. She had no money when she came to be a coach. Her husband was like really low rank and she was like, they were struggling and she knew that she wanted to do this business. And we had talked about it and, you know, I gave her just the information. Like, I never tell people to sign up without a challenge pack. Because for one thing, you get Success Club points, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. And another thing is you get a $40, you know, fast start bonus. You want that. Another thing is when you sign up 5 new coaches with a challenge pack, you get an extra $100 bonus. So you want that. So those are all good things for you. But if someone signs up without a challenge pack, I don't see them being successful because they don't have everything that they need to in one. And it's just kind of like, you know, with this business, you can get so much from spending $140 or $160 for a business, you know, like it's kind of unbelievable. So a lot of times I go into talking about my husband, both of his parents have ran businesses. And one was a barber shop, one was a heat and air conditioning company. So they have to spend, you know, especially his dad has to spend so much money to make any money. And, you know, buying air conditioning units and stuff like that. So, you know, maybe doing a comparison of other businesses, and you may not have that financial story yet that you could share with her, but you can share mine. You know, you have an upline that you can talk to her about, and you can show her or whatever. And, you know, compare to, I guess if she's a military spouse, I would probably even be like, you can sign up for free if you want. I mean, if they're really serious about the business, I always just tell them, I mean, it's fine to let them know their options and just kind of go from there. But I feel like people that are serious, so what I was saying about Tiffany is Tiffany went on and she bought the most expensive challenge pack. And she said, you know, she was saying she didn't have money and all this stuff, but she saw this after I talked to her. She saw it as a business opportunity, and she bought like the $300 challenge pack. So, you know, just because it has all the programs, and it's a great thing to start your business with. So, you know, sometimes people say things because they're just wondering, and they just need you to kind of convince them to go to the next step. So, you know, you just kind of have to talk and give them your opinion, give them their options, and tell them what you think is best, and kind of just go from there. And don't let it like linger. Just go ahead and get it all out. And, you know, when you guys are talking, if you've been talking, because I think if it's someone that I saw it was a little while ago. So, you know, don't let it linger too long, because somebody else may come in and be like, oh, you can do this and this and this, and give them all their options. Right.
Yeah. Like I've been doing pretty well with like following up with her and stuff. Like my husband's schedule is kind of like thrown all of mine off. Like he's been off for the last week and a half. So I've been trying to find my groove again and find power hour. So it hasn't been easy, but I think I'm going to start it every day at like 12 now and just respond to messages for an hour.
That sounds good. That sounds like a plan. It's hard. I feel like sometimes the hardest part is really following up with people.
Yeah.
You know, we get busy and other people get busy. Another thing I wanted to say to you guys today is, you know, when you're posting on your Facebook, there is nothing that discourages me more than when I post on my social media and I don't have any feedback just from that one post. And I'm like, oh, no one is watching me. No one is listening to what I'm saying, you know. And I cannot tell you guys enough how often I think that. But then just a week or two later, or hours later, or a month later, whatever time it is after, someone tells me how that post inspired them, or how hearing about my journey. Just because someone doesn't like your post or comment on your post when you're posting it, don't let that be a discouraging thing to you, because people are still watching you every single day to see if you're going to keep this up. Because so many people come into these businesses and they have, you know, so many people just on the outlook of things have no idea what Beachbody is. There's a ton of people that don't know. And then there's a ton of people that see people do it and then see people quit or see people give up a couple months later. And this takes time, and it takes building your brand first off, and it takes building yourself and then building your business. So it just takes time. And the more that you do things every single day and get in a groove and a pattern of things, get down with talking to people and get better at it, try new things, that's where you're going to grow and you're going to learn more and more. So, does anyone know? Okay.
I'm sorry, were you going to say something?
No, I was going to say, does anyone else have any questions?
Okay. So when I'm talking to people and I'm trying to figure out what program they should do, I usually start by asking them what their goals are, you know, lose weight, tone, and sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's hard. Like usually if they're a beginner, my go-to is like the 21-day fix, because I feel like it helps them with their eating. You know, it's easy enough to do, but then there's some people that have some experience. So like, do you recommend letting them look at the programs, or do you should I just pick one that I think suits their needs? Because sometimes I feel like if I tell them, here's my link, go look, I'll never hear from them again. So I feel like it's kind of my job to find one that suits their needs.
I feel like it is more successful in you finding a program for them, because so many people, sometimes I like to suggest a program and then I might say, because when I went to buy my first program, I YouTubed different videos. And so if I'm talking about a program and someone seems really unsure or something, I try to find one that's like down to exactly what they need. And then I might send them like the YouTube video of it and be like, always like, when you're talking to someone, always bring a question back from them. Like, be like, send them the link to the video and be like, watch this for me and tell me what you think or something. Like, always respond in a question where they're going to come back to you, and just keep the conversation going and going and until the end. That's what I always try to do. And so yeah, I think for me, it's more finding what is suiting. So I ask people for their goals in health and fitness, and I also ask them what they've tried in, say, the past year that hasn't worked for them. I always ask that too, because it's nice to just hear what they've enjoyed or what they haven't, and to help you find. The 21-day fix is a lot of times my go-to too. I love Insanity, but so many people get discouraged by it being hard. Like, when I started, I loved how hard it was, and I loved how it pushed me just like till I puked in the morning. But a lot of people give up from that. So the 21-day fix to me is a great start for anyone that, it's not as intense. I mean, it's a good workout program, but it's not going to make people feel like they're dying. And the food part is so important. So if there's someone that isn't going to get those workouts in every day, they can still lose weight by just following the meal plans. And the meal plans are just laid out. So all of our programs have meal plans, but the fix is just so laid out. It makes it easy.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Hey, it's Whitley. I'm on mute. I'm driving.
Okay.
Trying to be safe. So the wake up call yesterday, because one of the things I've been thinking about before I listened to it was starting a like page, because, I don't want to go over the top with my fitness posts, but I do like posting them a lot. So I thought a like page would probably be more suitable for that.
Yes.
What's your experience on that? What do you think about it? And I'm going to be honest, I'm also asking this question too, because there's one other girl in like my main Facebook friend circle that's a Beachbody coach also, not on our team or anything. And we have pretty much the same target market. And she has a like page, and she does a sponsored post. And what do you think about all of that, basically?
So when I started, I did a like page too, and my like page has always brought more people to me. And I think having a like page is great. I did a like page when I started because I was way too salesy when I started, and I used to post pictures of, just sales, and I was just trying different things, and I was like, I don't think I should be posting this on my personal page all the time. And so I did a like page because I just felt more comfortable posting more there. And so I think the like pages are great. I think that, any way that you're trying to build your business is great to try. Doing the like pages and sponsoring, paying that $5 to get more views or whatever. It's great. Instagram paying like people for more likes, or doing the shout outs, things like that, anything that's going to get more people. And because there are a ton of Beachbody coaches in my neighborhood, down the street, whatever, but people will come to you because they relate better to you.
Right. Yeah.
No matter how many coaches, that you may know in your network. So I think anything that you're doing to try to build your brand and to try different things is a great idea.
Okay. And if you ever think I'm posting too many fitness things on my page, let me know, okay? I won't mind.
Don't worry. I'll let you know. I'm not scared. So I think our time is about up, you guys. We have 3 minutes. If anyone has any other questions that you may want to ask real quick, or anyone has anything that they want to share or anything? No? Well, I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I hope this call helped, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.